Hey, the Oscars is happening tonight in the USA, which also means Monday morning in Hong Kong, which also means that I will not be able to watch it live because I am at school, so great. Um, yeah, anyway, I just finished watching The Shape of Water like 20 minutes ago, and I just want to do a little impromptu movie review before the Oscar ceremony happens. So to let you guys know what I think about the movie, and I'm really tired right now, and I just want to go to my bed and sleep, and just wake up tomorrow and finally get some rest. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about this movie. If I have anything to add about this movie review, I will probably shoot like a couple of clips tomorrow. But right now, I just finished watching the movie, and yeah, I have a lot to talk about. So first of all, this movie is directed by, oh yeah, I haven't done the intro yet. Smart boy, smart boy. So yeah, I am going to be doing a movie review on The Shape of Water, directed by Mr. Guillermo del Toro, who, if you don't know him, he's also the director for Hellboy and Pan's Labyrinth, which is one of the most strangest and most fantasizing and weird movie in the 2000s. So yeah, Guillermo del Toro is famous for making really dark, twisted fantasy movies that really stands out because not only is it fantasizing and weird and twisted, but they are also gross, violent, and very adult in a lot of ways. And yeah, this movie, The Shape of Water, is actually rated R. R for restricted, 18 plus. So I shouldn't be watching this movie, but I watched it not for the brutal stuffs, but for the plot, for the actor performances, because I want to enjoy the film, for the art of the film, and this movie is actually really artistic and better than I thought. If I had watched this movie in the year 2017, I may put it in the top 10 list, but I didn't. So, and it's 2018 now. But yeah, The Shape of Water, there's a lot of good things about The Shape of Water. Let's start off with the plot, shall we? So, it sets in the 60s, and there's this government place where this mute girl called Eliza and her friend worked in. They were cleaners in there, and they were in this lab. And in this lab, there's this weird fishman creature, and one of the cleaners, the mute one, Eliza, fell in love with the fish creature, and it's like the least predictable romance ever, but this is also what this plot is all about. And then we have the villain, who is the boss, the big boss of this this government facility thing, this company, not company, but government facility, kind of. And he's played by Michael Shannon, and I forgot his name. Damn, I suck with names. Anyway, Michael Shannon wants to kill that creature because you know because they need it. It's set in the 60s, so the Cold War is still happening, and he needs it so that he can give the fish man to like the upper level people, so that they can somehow use it as a weapon against the Soviet Union. I don't know, but anyway, Michael Shannon's character wanted to kill the creature, but Eliza fell in love with the creature, so Eliza and her friend, you know, things happened. And yeah, at first this movie really feels like it's gonna be a boring ride, but in fact it's not as boring. I mean, there's actually a lot of intense and suspenseful, not really suspenseful, but rather, intriguing and interesting scenes. There's also a lot of romantic scenes that appeal to me. There's a lot of cheesy romantic scenes in movies right now out there that does not appeal to neither genders, but movies like this make love so powerful, so visceral, and so deep that it actually touches me in the heart. Man. So yeah, I really appreciate the concept behind this movie. I really do. But to be honest, not much progress have been made in this movie. Like, just just a few things happened, you know. But what really made this movie is the interaction scenes between Eliza and the fishman creature. And I'm really glad that this movie is full of those interaction scenes because Guillermo del Toro knows that this is the main point of the story, not the villain, not Eliza's friends or her life, is the the uncanny love between Eliza and the creature. And because two of the main characters of the movie doesn't talk or don't talk, so this movie is not that, loud, it's not that talkative, and it's full of music. And that's when Alexandre Desplat's music come in. And yeah, I have watched a few movies with Alexandre Desplat being the composer, and yeah, it's fair to say that he is good at doing what he's good he's good at doing what he's doing. And yeah, the musical score is very dreamy, and it's not out of the ordinary. It's not off the wall, insane, groundbreaking soundtrack, but it's pretty sweet, and I enjoy it. And yeah, I also really enjoy the cinematography in this movie. The lighting, the color schemes is also pretty good. It has a little bit of a steampunk feel to it, and really, really just a tiny bit of gothic feel to it. But overall, the biggest like visual thing that made this movie so visually artistic is water. It's in the title of the movie. And yeah, this movie, it's also very beautiful as well. The best thing about this movie has to be the story, written by Guillermo del Toro himself, and the way the story moves on from scene to scene is quite special because the flow is really smooth in this movie. At least it's how it feels to me. It's really smooth with the music, with the acting performances. It all goes along and goes along and goes along. It flew. And that's one of the best things about this movie. And also, one of the best things about this movie is the acting performance. First of all, let's talk about Sally Hawkins. Okay, let's continue with the Shape of Water movie review. As you can see, there's something different about me, and that is my new braces that's put on my bottom set of teeth. And yes, it hurts, it's uncomfortable, and it's gonna be very painful for a week, but yeah, whatever, fuck it. Anyway, let's continue with the review. Where did I last left off? I think I was talking about the acting performances. Man, the acting performances is actually really good in this movie. Sally Hawkins did an amazing job. She doesn't have any lines in this movie, but we can see her emotions and her feelings in this movie. And what's even more impressive is that she really has a character. Like, it's a different character from the Sally Hawkins we know, and having a distinct character without saying anything is an impressive thing. and she's up against Frances McDormand and Saoirse Ronan in the Oscars. So wow, that's some competition. But yeah, her acting performance is better than I have expected. Also, man, Doug Jones. If you don't know who Doug Jones is, he plays the creature, the fishman creature, and Doug Jones is good at doing stuff like that. Doug Jones. You've seen him in Pan's Labyrinth. I think he's also the Silver Surfer for like a Fantastic Four movie, like very early 2000s. I don't know, but yeah, Doug Jones. He's good at doing, being creatures, and Michael Shannon truly takes the cake, though. He steals every scene that he's in because he's just so, mystifying, really menacing. But he is real unpredictable and evil, kind of, but we can see a human side of him, but it's hidden as much as possible because he wants to be a threatening and powerful person. And yeah, he is threatening and powerful in this movie. The way he chew the candies like all the time, and the way he talks, it's also ominous and menacing, and I like that. And the ending scenes, like the last few scenes towards the end, where Michael Shannon's character just go wild. He is so like threatening in those scenes. It's gross. It's gross. The reason it's gross because the last few scenes in the ending is truly like graphic violence, and truly disgusting things happened, and scary as well, and tragic as well. It escalated really quickly towards the end, and wow. But it's not that it's sudden. It's not that all these drama and climactic scenes just came out of the blue. There's this really long build-up. There's this real long build-up of tension and suspense, of course. But yeah, overall, I enjoy the writing, the story. I enjoy the acting performances a lot. I enjoy the cinematography, the art direction. Yeah, overall, there's not much to say about this movie. I think it's really good. I think it's the quality movie. But not much progress have been made on this movie. It's not like a super grand and large movie. It's just a little movie about a mute girl falling in love with a creature. And from this, we understand that love can be in many different shapes. Love can be like the shape of water, because water doesn't even have shape. Love can bend, can twist, can be anything. Love is still love. And that concept is, I think, is really good. I think it's really true. And the way Guillermo del Toro presents it is also really genius. But other than that, I'm loving this movie. I'm saying The Shape of Water is definitely worth watching, and I'm giving it a 9 to an 8 out of 10. So, have you watched The Shape of Water? From 1 to 10, how much would you rate it? Like if you like it, and subscribe if you want more. And because this is completely impromptu, so if I have anything to add, I'll probably just type it in the comments.